1. Cream filling. Donna. It's a penis. Betty Pepper whips the lid off the cardboard box and yells, "Surprise!" so loudly I nearly jump out of my skin. "Happy Bachelorette!" My voice trails off somewhere between awe and disbelief. How did you ever... There in the box is a foot-long, 6-inch wide, beige frosted phallus. The shaft is shiny, with a thick vein down the center, and at the base are 2 round balls covered in what looks like dark chocolate shavings. Is that supposed to be hair? The red feather boa around my neck feels like it's choking me. It's so lifelike. Well, I'll be dogged. My friend Daisy's voice is less shocked than mine. She bounces her toddler daughter on her hip, so I know she's used to seeing naked penises. "Nana," little Melody calls, reaching her baby hand toward the cake. "Sure, it's a banana." Daisy giggles, still bouncing. "A big banana." "It is not a banana." Ms. Betty cuts her eyes at my friend. "I told you this was not a kid-friendly party. And I told you Donna's my regular babysitter." "It's okay," I cut in, derailing the argument. "I said Melody could come." I needed somebody here in my corner. We're all huddled in Ms. Roxanne Philpott's 1-bedroom apartment off Main Street in our tiny town of Oceanside Village. Because our village is off the beaten path, about 10 miles from the more touristy beachfront destinations, it has managed to stay small. Sometimes it feels so small, and I feel like the most sheltered of its citizens, a fact I've been aching to change more and more since my boyfriend Liam put a ring on my finger. If only I weren't afraid of what could happen. A shudder moves through me, but I shake it away. It's a party. "Nana," Melody says again, pointing at the cake. I wince, but she isn't even 3 yet. It's not like she'll remember any of this. At least I hope she won't. Oh God, is this another strike against me? Corrupting a baby? "Hey, Roxy, got any bananas in the kitchen?" Daisy walks Melody to the other room while I take a bigger gulp of pink punch. Pink to match my face. "It's past her bedtime." Miss Betty's wrinkled brow wrinkles even more with her scowl, but I jump in to distract us both. "Where in the world did you get a penis cake? Online?" "Emberly Rose, of course." Betty reaches up to pat down her silver bouffant, causing her bingo wing to flap. "It's her debut adult dessert, just for you." "Praise the Lord and pass the ammunition." Ms. Roxy Philpott joins us, wielding a large butcher's knife and clamping her long, unlit cigarette between her neon pink lips. "Stand back while I perform a bris." She hacks straight into the cake, cutting off the tip and flopping it on a paper plate, then handing it to me. "First piece for the bride-to-be. A little taste of what's to come." She talks like a bookie, and I chew my lip. The 2-inch tip has vanilla cream filling, and it dribbles out like... It seems wrong to eat it. I turn my plate, examining the oversized male member. It's so realistic. "Emberly was a bit hesitant as well." Betty hacks out a triangular slice of balls and puts it on her plate. "But she changed her tune when I offered her $250. Jesus, take the wheel." Ms. Roxy shakes her pink-poofed head. She cuts her own chunk of balls before slapping it on a plate. "You did not pay her $200 for a cake." $250, Betty cries. "Miss Betty, you should not have paid that much for my cake." "Oh, shush," she tells me. "The cake is for all of us. Anyway, she wouldn't have done it otherwise." I know it's the truth. Emberly is working to make her bake shop Oceanside's very own signature high-end bakery. She's hoping to lure some of those beachfront tourists up this way, and I don't think penis cakes are on her dream menu.
Youth is wasted on the young.
I watch as Ms. Roxy takes a big bite of balls.
Oh!
BP's loud moan causes me to jump again.
It's delicious!
Her eyes roll with delight. Ms. Roxy nods slowly, her dark lashes fluttering.
Orgasmic.
They both laugh their old lady cackles, and Daisy returns, this time without Melody.
I want some.
Roxy flips the knife around, giving her the handle. I'm still holding the penis tip, trying to decide what to do with it. I don't expect my mom would call it sinning if I took a bite. It's not a real penis. Studying the large tip, I think about wrapping my lips around it. I think about sucking on it like one of those dip cones I love, and the space between my thighs grows hot and slippery. Daisy quickly cuts a hunk of shaft and makes an ecstatic groan after tasting it.
Emberly is a genius. Is this her almond cake?
Ms. Roxy reads the card inside the box.
It's almond sponge with vanilla cream filling, covered in marzipan because Donna doesn't like fondant.
Oh, that's sweet. I tilt my head to the side, deciding I will have a small bite of penis cake. It might be X-rated, but it's nice to know people care. Emberly is so thoughtful. Sugary goodness fills my mouth, and I quickly take another, bigger bite. It really is delicious. If only real penises were this way. Soft, sugary, non-threatening.
Here.
Betty takes the plate from my hand.
You've got plenty of time to savor Liam's penis. It's time to open your gifts.
It's not really Liam's. My voice evaporates with the three of them staring at me.
Penis.
Ms. Roxy leans forward, staring into my eyes.
You need to get used to saying the word. You'll be married in a few weeks, and Liam looks like he's packing a pretty hefty kielbasa in those jeans. Not to mention that ass. Now leave her alone, Roxy.
Miss Betty moves between us, rubbing my arm.
She can't help how she was raised. How she was raised?
Ms. Roxy is the only jet-setter in our town. She's been traveling the globe since her husband died, which apparently was before I was born. Anyway, he left her a ton of money, which is why she says she has no interest in settling down. She just plays the field and brags about it.
You remember all that business?
Miss Betty scolds, talking about my mama as if I'm not here.
Lurleen practically went Amish. She stopped wearing makeup, listening to the radio. Were you even allowed to watch TV, Donna?
3 sets of eyes lock on me, and my face heats. No? God, I'm such a freak. I try to play it off. It's not really a big deal. I read a lot of books.
Well, you're an independent woman now.
BP puts her gift right in my lap.
Open this one first.
The old lady grins like the cat who ate the canary, and I know whatever is hiding under this festive wrapping is going to embarrass the crap out of me. Oh, you shouldn't have. My voice isn't really enthusiastic. I'm legitimately thinking that she shouldn't have. Our church is so small, all the adult women get lumped into the same Bible study group once they turn 21. 2 years ago, I joined them, and while we do study the Bible, the older members like to focus on the juicy parts, the parts where stepbrothers sleep with half-sisters and women lure men to their tents to ravish them and then nail spikes through their heads. My first meeting felt like I'd been thrust into some kind of alternate universe, one that would give my mama a heart attack. Still, it's all in the Bible, right? Daughters seducing their fathers, women bathing on rooftops, then being taken to have sex with kings. It's pretty raunchy.
Stop dawdling and open it.
I've been carefully unsticking the tape on the purple foil paper, but BP rips it straight down the middle, revealing a narrow white box, like one that would hold a man's dress shirt. I lift the lid and shush back the white tissue to find 2 long strips of sheer red lace with laces all around the sides. I pick it up carefully. What is it?
Here, this shows you how to wear it.
Ms. Betty hands me a small card with a curvy model on it. The 2 long strips of lace don't really cover her breasts, and the ties are around her neck, back, and along her bikini area. I'm supposed to get this on by myself? It barely has enough fabric to count as a handkerchief.
Crotchless panties are the way to go, trust me.
Ms. Roxy flicks her bic, but Daisy is quick to wave her hand, putting out the small flame.
No, no, no!
It's the same voice she uses to scold Melody.
No smoking around the baby. Oh, Moses, smell the roses.
The older woman shoves the lighter in the front of her tight capri pants.
Open mine now.
She plops a small box in my lap, and I quickly remove the red wrapper to reveal sleek white cardboard and what looks like a purple egg on the front. Me vibe, I read aloud, turning it over in my hands.
Oh, yes!
Betty puts her glasses on and takes it from me.
This is the best vibrator on the market.
Clearing my throat, I hold back a grimace. I don't think I need a vibrator.
Maybe not yet.
Roxy points her unlit cigarette at me.
But in a few years, you'll be glad you have it. Mr. Philpott couldn't find my clitoris to save his life, bless his late heart. They never can.
Betty shakes her head, handing me the box and patting my arm.
Liam is handsome, but don't take it personally if you have to use some assistance to get yourself over the edge. Oh, to be young again.
Roxy kicks back in her chair.
When I was your age, I'd have an orgasm if the wind blew up my skirt right.
That explains a lot, Daisy quips.
Don't be cute, Daisy Sales. Maybe you need a vibe. Shows how much you know.
My brow furrows, and I wonder what Daisy's hiding.
Anyway, the wind changes. It's a fact of life.
Miss Betty sighs, handing me another present.
That's why God invented sex toys.
I know. Daisy jumps in with a punch refill.
Donna, you never told us how Liam proposed to you.
I thought I did. I take a sip and cough. I think Daisy spiked the punch. Either way, I'm happy to get off the topic of old lady orgasms. No, that was Tabby.
You told Tabitha Green and you didn't tell me?
Daisy pretends to pout. She dropped off the cake for Ms. Roxanne's birthday party, and I guess we got to talking. It just came out. Roxy scoots her stool closer to mine, leaning on her elbows on the bar.
Tell us how it happened. Did he get down on one knee? Take you somewhere special? I just love engagement stories.
Well, my stomach floods with warmth, and I don't know if it's the punch or the thought of Liam's cute face, his floppy brown hair, or that dimple in his left cheek when he smiles. We drove out to the DQ in Fireside.
The Dairy Queen,
Betty Pepper cries.
Of all the cheapo...
He knows how much I like their dip cones. I cut her off. Mama taught me never to interrupt my elders, but I'm very defensive of the quiet plumber who stole my heart. Turning the small emerald-cut diamond on my finger, I continue. We could have gone somewhere fancy like the Blue Crab or one of those restaurants down by the water. That's just not our thing. And yes, he did get down on one knee when he proposed. A light touch on my shoulder causes me to look up and see Daisy smiling warmly. I think it's nice that Liam pays attention to what you like. He does. The heat in my stomach rises to my chest, and a deep urge tightens inside me. I wish I could show him how much it means. I don't want to be afraid.
God gave us fear to keep us safe. You just continue being a good girl and you'll be fine.
Ms. Betty picks up her purse and starts for the door.
I need to head home and check on Bucky. Donna, do you need a ride?
Ms. Roxy leans back on her stool, leveling her eyes on me.
I'll take care of her. See you tomorrow at the store.
Ms. Betty barely makes it out the door before her friend has me by the arms.
You ready to put that poor Liam out of his misery, Donna White?
I set my jaw, spiked punch burning in my bloodstream. He's been so patient. I want to show him how grateful I am.
Now we're having a bachelorette.
Roxy claps her hands and hops to her feet.
Daisy, bring me a banana. It's time this girl learned to polish a trailer hitch.